Alright, we are back for round 3 on the play this time. This is a keep. It's not great because of 5 land and we don't have a lot of pressure, but it's kind of decent against mono red because the Dreamvault are pretty good, and we have 2 utility land in Grasp and in Quagmire and Deadland, so it's not too bad that it's a bit heavy on lands. Not a big fan though. Looks like we are playing the mirror. Interesting. Not a big fan of this hand in the mirror. Like, not having any pressure early is kind of bad. Oh well. Oh well. Harvester is pretty good though. If you look at my deck, I mean, they probably have a slightly different deck, but if you look at my deck, there's not a single card that answers Harvester. So, yeah. The card is surprisingly good in this matchup somehow, which is kind of funny. Playing Blooming Marsh, and I think we are just harvesting here. If we play Cub, it's like 100% gonna die anyway. So I don't think there's a big upside in trying to make it bigger or anything like that. Sifter, okay. Interesting. I still think this is kind of a mirror match because of Tune with Ether. Maybe it's more of a kind of a go wide deck. Interesting that they are playing a Tune though. Like if it was just, you know, a sacrifice deck with Cutthroat and whatnot, I don't think they would be playing a Tune with Ether. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe Sifter is well positioned right now. I guess it's fine against mono red. Gives you 2 blocker. I don't know exactly what's going on. I think we are crewing with Cub. And we are not gonna use energy because making this a 4/4 could be relevant. I don't think gaining life is gonna be hugely impactful in this matchup. It's still kind of weird to see that. Maybe they just play Sifter because it's good right now. I could imagine that. Kind of feel like they might be onto some go wide sacrifice deck. But why would you play a Tune with Ether in this deck though? I am a little bit puzzled right now. Not gonna lie. If they are on a white-green go-wide deck with Vizier of the Menagerie and whatnot, it's gonna be a tough matchup. I think these decks are really good at beating other mid-range deck, so I'm not super happy about that. If they are on black-green energy, I think we are looking decent though. Oh yeah, this died, sure. Another reason to keep that back instead of the Cub is that, you know, if they have a removal, they are gonna kill the Cub, not the... Alright, looks like just black-green energy, but they're playing Sifter because maybe it's good right now. Oh, could make sense. Same reasoning here, we'll tap the creature we need the least. The question is, do we attack with Gifted Azaborn actually? I think the answer might be yes. Sure. Yeah, they have no good block. I mean, they can make some type of double block, but we would kill both creatures because of that touch. Just seems quite unexciting overall. I'm gonna push the Constrictor now, I think. Yeah, I don't want to play into... I know they get the Scry before they draw, which is kind of good for them, I guess, to some extent, but I really don't want them to have a Blossoming Defense in their hand, even though we have another removal. I don't really want to, you know, go for a push or grasp, then Blossoming Defense, and then I have to use my other removal. This doesn't seem super appealing. No attack, nothing. Huh. We know they have a forest in hand. Maybe they're a little bit flooded. I'm not sure what's going on exactly. Ooh. You don't have a lot of ways to kill that in black-green pre-board. So I kind of, you know, if they could have a braid, this would be a different story. But here I kind of feel like they probably don't. So I think we are going for that and put counters on. I actually think we are putting counters, well, on Harvester, because again, I don't think they have a way to kill it really. But we probably put the counter on Rishkar because Etherborn is already a threat on itself. I know it can attack this turn, but it doesn't really matter whether it deals 4 or 5, given that they are 4 or 2 because they are at 12, so they are the next turn if they take damage from that anyway, and if the Harvester hits. Ah, interesting. I think we can just let that trade happen. I'm not really too concerned about that. Could have gained lifelink. Again, I don't think this is going to be a huge thing this game. And the fact that we have 4 energy means that if we... Oh, that's what they wanted to do. Okay, makes sense. Sure. Yeah, then having a 4-4 Rishkar is a lot better. Looks like they're gonna Gear Hulk here. Yeah. They're gonna kill the Gear Hulk. They're gonna have a 4-5. We can make it a little bit smaller using the Quagmire though. Yeah, what I'm gonna do here. They have 2 cards left in hand though. They've been scrying quite a bit. It's not looking super good for us. The fact that they were able to enter the Harvester has been really good for them and really bad for us. Maybe for that reason there was an argument to not attack with the Etherborn and just attack in the air, and this way they just cannot deal with it. And put another card on top. Reinvol, okay. Sure. Walking Ballista. Oh god, that's good. That's a neat top deck, for sure. I guess we were supposed to attack first. I think they have a land in hand. I think they're pretty much out of gas, and here we'd rather get the 2 damage so we can finish the thing with Ballista. I don't think they're gonna go block and blossoming defense. I think if they had that, it would have gotten used by now. Okay, cool. No, it's not looking too bad. They probably have a blank in hand. We have a pretty good board, and they conceded. Okay, so it looks like black-green energy, but we haven't seen any energy cards actually, and they're playing Sifter. Interesting. Okay, so again, I do like Harvester in this matchup. Sky Sovereign is great too. I think you want these. I think you want the trackers. Onyx is good too. Expertise is interesting. Maybe you want it, maybe not. You kind of want everything, actually. I could imagine playing literally anything from the side in this matchup. Alright, we need to make some cuts though. I'm actually not a big fan of Ballista in this matchup. Unless they are playing Gleamsleeve Siphoners. We haven't seen any of these though. I think Rampager is actually... I love this card in every matchup. Even against Control it's great because it's Dodge Reinfall. I think against other mid-range deck is not great though. I think you can cut these. You either want card advantage, Reinfall, or threat that will threaten to win the game. And this is a big body, but this is not gonna win the game on its own. The Etherborn are fine, but we're probably not gonna play the one from the side. We might even cut some from the main, though I guess you kind of want enough to drop. Bestiary is a little bit too slow on the draw. Nissa is great in this matchup. When I'm bringing in the trackers, I'm cutting the Reach card. This is just, we have a little bit more value this way. A little bit less raw power, but Doomfall, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna play that. You can play that. Gonti, I think we want. I don't think Expertise is that good. Sometimes it's gonna be great, but most of the time it's also gonna kill some of your creature. The Ballistas are medium, I guess, in general. probably getting one Gear Hulk maybe. Sometimes the card is amazing, sometimes it's not that great. I think the other 5 drops are just better in general. And if you have too many 5 drop, this is only a 24 land deck, things can go wrong. So I think we're just gonna get one Gear Hulk, one Ballista, and go with that. But again, this is pretty tough because there's a lot of things you kind of want in this matchup. You could cut the Aetherborn, but I think if you cut the Aetherborn for Gear Hulk, you might end up with a little bit too much late game and not enough early game. Especially on the draw, it could be a bit risky. Yeah, that's a good hand. I like it. I like the turn 2 Cub, turn 3 Constrictor plus Ether Hub. It's kind of the best thing you can do. There's a big chance they just have a Ring Vol, but you know, when it works, it just wrecks people, wreck faces. They do have the Siphoners. Okay, buddy. Turn to Siphoner with Ether Hub and some follow-up Ring Vol is going to be very tough to beat. I guess I kept 2 Ballista. I'm going to bring the third one if we go to game 3, now that I know. Yeah, it just looks like a regular energy deck. It's just the Sifter kind of threw me off. Like, it seemed kind of odd here. Maybe it's just good in the metagame and that's why they are playing it. But yeah. Okay. Siphoner is a big issue. We haven't drawn any of our 8 Ring Vol that can kill it. And it's gonna take over the game most likely. And they have a tracker of their own. My hope was that our tracker could put us back, but Siphoner into trackers is gonna be very difficult to beat. Maybe we can just make a huge cub and beat them this way. Oh, we drew that. Oh, this is really interesting. I think we need to never to return the tracker actually. They have 5 cards in hand. Jesus. Tracker is a bigger threat than Siphoner. It's also tougher to kill because we cannot kill it with the Ballista really or the Fatal Pushes. I think we killed that. Attack for 2. And maybe for 3. Like, if we wait to use our energy, we can make it bigger because we're going to play Snake next turn most likely, but on the other hand, dealing damage is relevant and there's a pretty big chance they just have a Ring Vol anyway at the end of the day. Next turn we can go Tracker, Constrictor. Doomfall. Okay, I guess my Tracker is going to be gone. So they bring in the Doomfalls in the mirror, which I think is not a bad idea. It's just that on the play I like it, on the draw a little bit less. Maybe you just don't have time to do that on the draw. Well, it's looking grim. Like the tracker, like this draw them 3 card. They would even have 1. If they had 1 card in hand here, we would be in great shape. Since they have 4 card, 5 now. 5 pretty soon we are gonna lose. Like, not having any cheap Ring Vol is what's gonna change. Like, this game is basically them having a fatal push and us not having a fatal push. This pretty much sums up the whole game. Because if it had been the other way around, they would have no card in hand, and we would be killing them with Cub. As now, we are the one with no card in hand, and they are killing us with Siphoner. So, definitely changes things. Yeah. Pretty sure we've lost at this point, but maybe they have 3 lands in hand, they draw 2 more lands and another land of the clue, and even with 6 cards in hand, they only have lands, and then we top deck some great things. It seems super duper unlikely, but I should never concede before it's completely over. It's looking completely over though, not gonna lie. Yep. I wish I had a removal. And flagship now. Okay. Well, looks like they're a very similar deck and very similar game plan. We flooded pretty badly this game too. I just realized that's like 10 lands almost. All right. Again, I do like the Harvester. I do like Nisas. The other board a little bit less sexy on the draw, I guess. I might want the Doomfold actually. I think I like them more in the play. And if they are playing the thingy, the Siphoner themselves, I kind of like Ballista. I also like Life Crafter Bestiary a bit more on the draw. On the play, sorry. And then what? What am I cutting though? That's the problem. Like the Doomfold are kind of nice, but what are you cutting? What are you cutting for these? Harvester is, it seems kind of underwhelming, but it's such a good threat. Like, look at how I can deal with it right here with this deck. I just cannot deal with it unless I have, something dies during their turn and I push it like they did game 1. Oh my god, it's difficult. I want everything. Maybe we get one Ballista. I'm just like, unless I have a Siphoner, this card is just pretty mediocre. I'm actually gonna cut both. It's good against Siphoner, but that's the only card it's good against. And I think it's quite a little bit overrated actually in by most people in this matchup. Like, a lot of creatures are big, and if a lot of creatures are big, Ballista is mostly an overcosted creature that doesn't do that much. Then multi-6. I'm gonna lead with Quagmire, then go Blooming March, Siphoner. Siphoner's probably gonna die, but what can you do? Actually, I'm gonna lead with Scub. They probably have a Revol. Whether they have one or not, if they have one, I'd rather have them kill the Cub, and if they don't, I'm happy to just, get some energy with the Cub anyway. We would not be drawing with Siphoner in any case. There are Siphoners. I think we just kill it while they are tapped out. There's a chance they have some Blossoming Defense in their deck. We don't want that to get out of control. Hopefully they don't have another one or a tracker, that'd be bad. Sifter is really, really fine with me. Yeah, we're gonna go on. I don't think Sifter is really a great card. I guess it gives you some scry, so it's a bit of value, but it seems so... Oh god, really? Oh, that's rough, because Gonti is supposed to be great, give you a nice and clean 2-for-1, and here we just got the worst possible hit. I guess we could have not hit anything at all, but this was pretty bad, like. Ugh. Well, that's a tune. That was bad, man. And play 2 threats, I guess. You have to guard in hand. This is kind of good. Like, if the Siphoner leaves, we're pretty good shape to win, and if the Cub leaves, we are also in a pretty good shape to win. So that's decent. The big bad things you really don't want to see in this matchup are Tireless Tracker and the opponent having a Siphoner. Flagship is also a pretty nasty card here. They probably have one off. It's probably a one off in their deck. It's a one off in our deck. The fact that they've drawn it twice might just make them win the match as a whole. That's huge. That's huge. If they have just a creature to crew it, we are very dead. And then we've been drawing a shit ton of land. It's been really floody. A chum block, interesting. Seems weird. Like, you need enough power to crew that. I guess maybe they have a Gear Hulk in hand, so they just don't care. Seems like a strange move though to chum block already. Yeah, I don't know about that play. Right now it doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe it's gonna make sense. If they just go tracker, land, crew the thing. Oh man. Because even if it's not gonna kill anything on my board, it's still dealing 6 in the air. Ugh. Nasty, nasty, nasty. Oh god, no. Oh, they don't have a land. It means they have 2 spell in hand, so I'm not even sure it's good for us, actually. Oh boy, please no land. Okay, Nisa. Nisa is probably just gonna die, that's the thing. I think what we want to do is Nisa. Well, we need to get aggressive here. It's looking like we are never winning this late game. What can be those 2 spells? If they have fail push, we are in so much trouble, it's insane. So they can block with that, remember, so we don't want to attack with Harvester. Kinda want to crew it to make everything bigger, but this seems fairly mediocre. We are putting counter because they can attack whenever they want, so Nisa is probably dying anyway. I guess we're like if they can push that, this is ugh. This is just gonna be so bad. I think we put 1 counter, probably not 2, but 1 is fine. They don't have the push. Interesting. And this is a big threat, but if they can just ever top deck push, we're in trouble. If they draw land, we're in trouble. If they only draw spell, we're in trouble. This is looking so bad. They don't even have to attack Nisa here. I'm gonna blow up the zombie. That. I guess I have the Grasp of Darkness. Okay. So it's just gonna be 7 to kill it. We need to draw our own Sky Sovereign. Blow up the tracker and maybe come back, otherwise it's just not gonna work out. I guess if they have nothing here, we can... yeah, not quite nothing. We could have attack for quite a bit, but... Oh, that is huge. That is huge. Now we do have a fighting chance. Because we can blow up the tracker, which is a bigger threat. Ballista is mildly annoying, but beatable. We also have 2 Quagmires and they don't have any manland, which could be huge. This might work out for us. We really needed that though, but they have 1 spell in hand, maybe 2 if they drew another one. This is still not looking so good. The thing is, we can Quagmire, Animated Harvester, they conceded. What? What the hell? They have one spell in hand. Weird. Maybe they did not have anything to crew? I don't know, it's weird. Strange. I mean, the good news for us is again that we had two Quagmire, so we could animate Quagmire, which animate Harvester, which animate Flagship. So that that was something that was strange though. Weird. All right, well we got there. I thought we were losing. I mean, the game was even at least. Before we drew Flagship, they were a huge favorite, and once we drew our own, I think it was kind of even. We had a slight advantage, but not a big one. I'm surprised they conceded this quickly. All right, we got there anyway. All right, that was the third round. I don't think I'm going to record the two next one. So that's going to be it for today. Thank you for watching, and see you for some more magics later. I don't know what I'm gonna upload. Maybe some draft. We'll see. I'll be in a 1 week holiday next week, so I will not be uploading. Probably gonna upload something at the end of this week on Thursday or Friday, and then I'm gonna be leaving on Sunday, and then I will not be there until the next weekend. So not a lot of magic coming soon, but yeah, I'll be back after that. And normally after that, mid-August, I should start streaming. Still kind of gathering information, figuring out some things, but it should come pretty soon. But yeah, that was the matches of the day. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you for some more magic soon.